Welcome to my channel. If you're passionate about rare coins, valuable collectibles, or simply curious about what old currency might be worth today, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to explore the 1 franc and 1/2 franc coins from France. And trust me, some of these coins are much more valuable than you'd expect. From rare mint years to special editions that could be worth far more than face value. These coins hold fascinating stories and surprising market prices. Make sure you watch this video until the end, because you might have one of these coins in your collection, and it could be worth real money today. First up, the most valuable 1971 1 franc coin from France. The 1971 French 1 franc coin may seem like just another old coin at first glance, but in the world of coin collecting, this specific coin holds far more significance than most people realize. Many collectors around the world actively search for it, and the reason is simple. It has historical value, numismatic interest, and in certain conditions, it can be worth much more than its face value. If you've ever come across one of these coins, or you have it stored in a collection or an old box, it's important to understand what makes it special and why it's worth more than you might think. This coin was minted in France during a time of economic transformation. The early 1970s were marked by inflation, monetary reform discussions, and global shifts in currency systems. As such, coins from this period, including the 1971 French 1 franc, have become highly desirable. The coin features the famous semeuse design, which translates to the sower, a figure that represents Mary Ann, the national emblem of France, walking while sowing seeds. This image symbolizes productivity, hope, and the French Republic's commitment to growth and progress. That symbolism, combined with the artistic beauty of the design, makes the 1971 version of this coin especially collectible. On the reverse side, you'll find the denomination, 1 franc, along with the mint year 1971 and a detailed wreath of olive and oak branches. These details add to the artistic and symbolic value of the coin. The olive branch stands for peace, while the oak represents strength. This careful design choice isn't just aesthetic. It tells a story that many collectors appreciate, especially those who focus on European or symbolic coinage. From a technical standpoint, the 1971 French 1 franc coin was struck in nickel, with a diameter of 24 millimeters and a weight of approximately 6 grams. Its metallic composition might not be precious, but its historical context, condition, and rarity are what make it valuable. Over time, many of these coins have been removed from circulation, damaged, or lost. Finding one in excellent condition, especially uncirculated or with minimal wear, significantly increases its market value. Collectors and coin dealers often seek high-grade examples of the 1971 French 1 franc coin. Coins that still retain their original luster, have no major scratches or dents, and display strong details in both the obverse and reverse designs can command higher prices in the market. Even though millions of these coins were minted, only a small percentage remain in collectible condition. This scarcity makes clean, well-preserved pieces more desirable and more valuable. Additionally, coin errors and varieties from the 1971 mintage can also add to the coin's worth. For example, if a coin was struck off-center, shows doubling in the lettering, or has any mint-related anomaly, collectors are often willing to pay a premium. Error coins are always a strong area of interest in the numismatic world because they are unique, often one-of-a-kind, and highlight rare production mishaps that escape quality control. It's also worth noting that coins from the early 1970s, like the 1971 1 franc, are increasingly appealing to younger collectors who are just beginning their coin journey. These coins are affordable entry points, but they also hold enough depth in history and variation to keep experienced collectors engaged. That's a powerful combination that helps maintain, and in some cases, increase, the coin's value over time. Another factor driving interest in the 1971 French 1 franc coin is its international recognition. France's coins, especially those from the 20th century, are well known globally thanks to their rich history and artistic appeal. Many collectors from outside of France include these coins in their world coin sets, creating more demand and competition for coins in better condition. More demand often means higher prices, especially when supply is limited for high-quality examples. Today, the coin's market value can vary widely. A heavily circulated 1971 1 franc coin may only be worth its basic collectible value. However, coins in extremely fine, almost uncirculated, or uncirculated condition can command multiple times that. Prices often range from just a few dollars to significantly more if the coin is in top-tier condition or has an error or variety attached to it. In some cases, especially at coin shows or online auctions, buyers will pay a premium simply for the historical year or exceptional eye appeal. When evaluating a 1971 French 1 franc coin, pay close attention to the sharpness of the details. Look at the edges, the definition in Marianne's gown and facial features, and the clarity of the branches and date on the reverse. Coins that show strong strike quality and minimal were the ones that stand out in any collection. Preservation plays a huge role. If your 1971 French 1 franc coin has been stored in a dry, protective environment, such as a coin album or hard case, there's a better chance it has retained its original finish and detail. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can damage the surface and reduce its value, even if the intent is to make it look better. Collectors prefer coins in their original state, even with a bit of toning or patina. What really makes the 1971 French 1 franc coin valuable is that it bridges history, design, and collectability. It's not just a piece of currency. It's a snapshot of France during a specific era. For those who appreciate both historical artifacts and artistic detail, this coin represents a unique opportunity to own a tangible piece of the past. Even though the franc is no longer in circulation due to the euro, coins like the 1971 1 franc remain timeless in the world of numismatics. They serve as a reminder of the pre-euro era, a time of national currency identity, and they continue to attract serious interest from coin enthusiasts, historians, and even casual collectors who simply want something meaningful to add to their collection. If you come across a 1971 French 1 franc coin, take a closer look before setting it aside. You may be holding something that not only tells a story of France's past, but also holds real collector value today. The combination of design, history, condition, and rarity all contribute to making this coin more valuable than many realize. Whether you're building a world coin collection, exploring French currency, or simply uncovering old coins in your home, the 1971 French 1 franc deserves your attention. It's one of those pieces that looks simple on the outside but carries a rich, collectible legacy, and in the right condition, it can definitely be worth more than you'd expect. Now, we'll explore the legendary 1976 1/2 franc coin from France. The 1976 French 1/2 franc coin is one of the lesser-known but surprisingly valuable coins from France's pre-euro era. Many people underestimate this small coin due to its modest face value and compact size, but collectors know that certain years, like 1976, carry greater historical importance, design appeal, and collectible demand. This coin isn't just another half franc from the 20th century. It's a meaningful part of French monetary history and could be worth more than you expect. The coin was minted during the Fifth French Republic and features the legendary design of La Sameuse, also known as the sower, which is among the most iconic symbols in French coinage. Designed by Oscar Rody, this image depicts a female figure walking and sowing seeds, symbolizing growth, productivity, and the forward march of the French Republic. While this design had been in use for decades, the 1976 issue represents a specific moment in France's financial history, coming just a few years before major global economic changes and shifts in European currency policy. On the reverse side of the 1976 1/2 franc coin, you'll find the denomination, 1/2 franc, along with the date, 1976, and a detailed wreath of olive and oak leaves surrounding it. The olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch symbolizes strength. These symbolic elements make this coin more than just currency. They embed values that resonate with French culture and heritage. This meaningful combination of design and symbolism is one reason the 1976 1/2 franc coin remains popular among collectors worldwide. Now let's talk about the coin specifications. The 1976 French 1/2 franc coin is made of nickel and weighs around 2.5 grams. It has a diameter of approximately 19 millimeters, making it small in size, but not in significance. Its smooth edge and lightweight feel may make it seem insignificant to the untrained eye. But for collectors, this is an important and highly collectible piece of French numismatics. While it may have had a wide mintage at the time, the survival rate of coins in excellent condition is far lower than many expect. Over the years, many of these coins have gone through extensive circulation, resulting in wear and tear, scratches, and loss of detail. Finding a 1976 1/2 franc coin that still retains its original luster, sharp details, and full strike is much harder than simply coming across a worn piece. That's exactly why high-grade examples are more sought after and can be worth far more than their face value. One of the main reasons this coin is valuable today is because of condition and rarity in high grades. Coin collectors are always looking for coins that are uncirculated or nearly uncirculated. If your 1976 French 1/2 franc coin has little to no visible wear, full design clarity, and a natural shine, it could be significantly more valuable than a typical circulated coin. Coins with perfect strikes, no discoloration, and preserved details in the figure of La Samouse and the wreath on the reverse are in high demand. Another element that increases value is error coins. If a 1976 1/2 franc coin has any minting mistake, like doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet flaws, that error can make the coin unique and more collectible. Mint errors are considered rare, and many coin collectors specialize in collecting only such unusual pieces. This rarity factor can boost the coin's price significantly on the collector's market. Despite being a low denomination, the 1976 French 1/2 franc coin has international appeal. Collectors across Europe, North America, and even Asia are interested in French coins because of France's cultural, historical, and artistic legacy. The small denomination actually attracts more collectors because it is easy to obtain and display, while still offering rich design and history. The global interest in French coins, especially from the pre-Euro era, ensures that coins like the 1976 1/2 franc continue to see demand even decades after they were last minted. The historical significance of 1976 adds to the collectible value. This was a period of economic turbulence worldwide, with inflation rising and global economies adjusting to post-Bretton Woods policies. In France, the franc was under pressure, and monetary reforms were on the horizon. Owning a 1976 coin captures a piece of that historical transition. Collectors often prefer coins from years that align with major economic or political shifts, which makes this small coin even more desirable. When it comes to evaluating value, there are several things to look for. First, examine the coin surface. Coins with their original mint shine, no signs of cleaning, and no major marks or scratches are the most valued. Look for clear detail in the folds of the gown on the obverse, sharp lines in the rays behind the sewer, and complete outlines in the branches on the reverse. The clearer the image, the higher the grade, and the greater the value. Second, rarity and condition plays a role. Even though millions of these coins were made, most have circulated. So uncirculated or near uncirculated examples are harder to find. And third, collector demand varies by region, which means in some areas, this coin could be more valuable than in others due to market interest. A well-preserved 1976 French 1/2 franc coin can often sell for several dollars or more, depending on condition, rarity, and buyer interest. At coin shows, online auctions, and numismatic shops, the right example can attract attention and competitive bidding. If the coin has an error or is part of a high-grade set, it can be even more profitable. And the coin's small size makes it ideal for inclusion in world coin albums or themed collections, further boosting its appeal. This coin is also increasingly popular with new collectors who are building sets of French coins or European coins from the 20th century. For those collectors, the 1976 1/2 franc fills an important gap and offers a perfect combination of affordability and historical value. That makes demand consistent, and in numismatics, consistent demand helps maintain and even grow a coin's value over time. If you own this coin, don't overlook it. Take time to evaluate its condition, check for any errors or unusual features, and consider preserving it in a protective holder. Coins that are protected from moisture, scratches, and handling tend to hold their value better and attract more interest when it's time to sell or trade. Coins like the 1976 French 1/2 franc show us that even small, forgotten coins can become valuable assets. With its symbolic design, historical relevance, and strong collector demand, it stands out as a smart addition to any collection. And as the years pass, these coins will become even more desirable, especially in higher grades. Whether you're just starting your coin journey or you're a seasoned collector, the 1976 French 1/2 franc coin is worth knowing about. It's proof that value doesn't always depend on size or face value. Sometimes, the real worth is in the story, the rarity, and the collector interest that grows with time. And this coin, without a doubt, has all of those qualities. If you've made it this far, now you know that French 1 franc and 1/2 franc coins are more than just old pieces of metal. They're valuable coins filled with history, meaning, and collector demand. Whether it's the rare mint years, beautiful designs, or their rising market value, these coins are definitely worth checking in your collection. Don't forget, even a small coin can hold big value if you know what to look for. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about valuable old French coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on rare coins, coin values, hidden treasures, and collectible currency. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest updates in the coin collecting world. Thanks for watching, and remember, your pocket change could be worth real money.